It's Week 12 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bills and the Lions coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Well, this crew, Charles, they've talked to us about wanting to improve their pass offense, which has really struggled this season. But trying to improve it this week is going to be a little difficult because they're going up against one of the best secondaries in the entire league.
So what you're hoping for is extreme overconfidence in that secondary where they gamble a little bit, trying to make a big play themselves. Maybe you can get them on a little play action or a double move or something like that and still find ways to throw the football downfield.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his...
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 78 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue, the Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They're led out, CD, by the rookie out of Nevada, author of nearly 10,000 passing yards in only 3 seasons there. It's Carson Strong.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Here's Berrios. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, Strong. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Carr again. This one left side caught by Berrios. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they'll get him down right about the 20. To throw his Carr. He's got his tight end fan. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 3 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old? And dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. After one, it's 9-0. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st down, Strong. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Strong. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Bills getting set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. On 1st down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 on the 1st. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now a give to Madison. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like being a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Strong. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back to throw. Strong. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Gets past one man. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr, and he'll complete this one to Barrios. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. This goes out wide from Madison. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Madison running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. There's Michael Dixon down the punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on first down. Strong. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Strong. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. A quick throw, but incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And here come the Bills. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. 6 yards the pickup, and then it's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Randy Gregory. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our 2 games later today. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition of Monday Night Football, as the final game of November is the Steelers and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big-time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now an injury timeout. And that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Looking to throw on second down. Strong. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Strong. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Bills offense. Now they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Throwing again on second down. Carr. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far in the field goal. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Carr now on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 65 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man, it's Dulcich. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Strong. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr gonna throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to run with Madison again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The offense on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Madison running on 1st down to about the 26 here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Carr. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So out now come the Lions. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down and 10.
Off play action. Strong. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now, that last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Carr now on first down. This one left side caught by Berrios. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Draw play, Madison. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Another carry now for Madison. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Madison. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Bills ready to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now after the INT, it's Carr. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll go Madison up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a give to Madison. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Carr. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Here's Madison. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Going on the ground with Madison. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Carr going to go on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with Madison. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Holding, offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Buffalo, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.